because I knew who I was, or because I know who I am, you can't tell me nothing. In fact, people may have said anything they think they want to say. Oh, maybe some people, like the way I'm talking now, that sometimes I switch to pidgin, some people be like, this one is too ras. Why can't she just, this process, because I just came back from that's not me.
But I mean, is this mansions or what
yes,
car are you driving?
mansions. Oh my God. Well, yeah, mansions is definitely in the picture. It wasn't a good one because I felt like I had lost myself. Physically, strength-wise, everything. I couldn't really think as creative as I would normally, as the real Loli D. Everything just seemed rusty. Do you see what I mean? And I hate to use this word, but it was almost like I was gasping for breath in the midst of doing all what I was doing. And then at that point, I knew that I have to choose one. It's either I want to continue doing this till I drop down, finally, or I take a break, get myself and do something and not run on an empty cup, if that makes sense. Because everything changed, even to my skin color.
Wow.
Yeah. I lost drastic weight. I'm sure some people would have been looking at me like, what happened to you?
So it impacted your health.
It impacted my health. Because I was literally it was like I was working 24/7. Apart from me doing my 9 to 5, being a wife, being a mother, doing the normal things I would do. Then at night again, I talked about sacrifices. See, sometimes your back will ache because you want to achieve something. Go and ask the people that have made money, that have made a name, that they are like big like that. They had times they were not sleeping. That's the cost of the dream.
Hi, Lolly D. You're welcome to our set.
Thank you.
Awesome. It's good to have you here. As you all know, my name is Mobu. Your host for the Cost of the Dream. So today I have in the studio Lola. So
Hello.
Lola, just give us a quick introduction about yourself.
Okay. I am, first of all, my full name is Ololade.
Really?
Okay.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yes, at least we're getting to know that better now. And for short, I'm known as Lola Habib, popularly known as Loli D. Your creative director, your creative reminder, your beauty babe, period. Don't mind me. I just had to do that. Thank you so much for having me here. Just a little bit of myself. I'm a fun-loving person.
Yeah.
I'm a lover of God. I don't hide it. I
Neither.
mean, anyone that comes in contact with me knows I will talk about God at any opportunity I have. And honestly, I know there are going to be other questions, so I don't want to spill too much right now.
Yeah.
But briefly, I would say I'm a bold and confident person when I need to be. Trust me, I can be shy. I can be very, very shy. But I usually say that because I feel I'm born for the media and all of that. And I read media and communication in school.
Okay.
My bachelor's degree was in mass communication and media technology. And I also did my master's in media and communications. Came out with a distinction. And since then, it's just been me showcasing everything and my talents and my gifts through the media. And that's where I put on the bold cap.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So, the first question I have for you.
Yeah.
When you hear the phrase, the cost of the dream, what is the first image that comes to your mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind is the sacrifice that it takes and the behind the scenes before the making.
Okay, the sacrifice. Then, for you, is there something that has happened, your life, your journey so far,
Okay.
that you can just pinpoint, this was the sacrifice I made for my dream?
Yes, I can definitely
Okay,
talk you through
what's
that.
the image that I just want to understand and just have?
You know, when you say what's the image, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like I need to streamline it to something, but it's really wide because there's a
Okay.
couple of things.
Okay.
So I'll rather just talk you through the journey a little bit.
Okay.
So you see, myself, my dad, you know, because from a little age, I've always been the, you know, this confident, friendly type, the chatterbox. And I was very intelligent, had a couple of double promotions and things like that. I'm not trying to brag, but yeah, it is what it is. So I mean, my dad just felt law is the course for me
Okay.
because I was definitely not good in the science part of things. I hated mathematics. Trust me, I didn't like maths.
Yeah.
So taking you through that journey, I mean, at some point I went to study law at the City University Ibadan in Nigeria. And should I say unfortunately, or I don't know, but somehow I got to the 4th year. The school had already got approved of the law, but they were just waiting for accreditation, which we were all hopeful that it was going to happen at a certain stage, yeah. But unfortunately, NUC did not accredit the law at the end of the day. And by then, I was already in my 4th year. I was literally already going to court.
Just about to graduate.
Yes. I
Wow.
mean, it's 5 years course, and I was in my 4th year. I was even going to the court already
Wow.
for practice. So that point in my life, I would say maybe that was really the beginning of the journey.
Yeah.
I was always it was like I was losing my mind.
Wow. Wow.
Honestly, you needed to have seen me. I then had to sit down and think, what direction, like where's my life going? Because I then had 2 options from the school. So they mentioned is either I leave the school and start all over again with another course, or what they could offer is for us to move over to any of the courses. I think there was public health, and there was international relations, and there was media and communication.
Interesting.
So I told my dad, I said, it seems I'm going to move over to media and communication, start from 200 level. I think it's, I think a 4 years course. And before you know it, I'll be done. And I was like, no, I'm ready to fly you out. You can travel out and, you know, study the law and all that. What is media and communication? I mean, at that time, I don't know if you can relate. A lot of parents just felt any course that had to do with maybe theater arts, media and communication is not a course. It was always literally. So at that point, when he told me, no, you're going to do law, blah, 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 that was extra headache for me.
Yeah.
Because when I was doing the law, it's not like I had passion for it.
Is it?
But I was just doing it, first of all, make him happy. I would say.
Is he a lawyer himself?
He's not a lawyer.
Okay, but
he was a chartered accountant.
Is it? Okay.
But he just felt, maybe he wanted one of his daughters to read law. I don't know. But maybe he just felt this girl would be good in this.
Yeah.
And trust me, I was already getting into it like, okay, maybe this is what it's meant to be. But when that thing happened, I then told myself, it seems that's not what it's meant to be. That this is not just a mere coincidence, if that makes sense.
And then you had to pivot almost overnight into something else.
Totally different.
Wow.
But you know the beautiful thing? When my dad finally agreed, and I have 2 sisters, and my sisters were also trying to tell him, please, daddy, let her do what she wants to do. Yeah. You know, for all I know, she might even be, you know, made for this and all that. Somehow he agreed, like, just go and do it. You know, that kind of thing, not with full mind. But at least if this is what you really want, you know what I mean? Okay, just do it. And to my greatest surprise, when I got there, trust me, I was like, media and communication, where have you been all my life? Like, it was like, this is what I was really made for. Yeah. Because I did it with ease. It's not like it wasn't stressful at some points and stuff, but I didn't struggle. I found myself, I was among the top in the class.
Wow,
I was
wow.
even teaching people that were already there.
Wow.
I met a friend. Shout out to Buki Shenubi. She's not more Buki Shenubi. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I mean, I met her, and she's also someone that is very good, outspoken in media communication, and together we really thrived. And from then, I have discovered a lot more about myself.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah, we'll delve into that a bit more.
It has part two of it.
We'll delve into that
No
a bit
worries,
more.
yeah.
But before we actually even go too far, what exactly is the dream for you? And especially we're talking about, obviously today we are shooting in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
And in this series, we like to explore, success from two lenses, especially from a home and abroad type thing, right?
Of course,
we look at that. So, what is that dream that you are chasing? What journey are you on at the moment?
So, there are a lot of things, to be honest, but I've in recent time really discovered what exactly I'm moving towards, because I'm a multi-talented person. And as you know, when you're multi-talented, it's like, I can't do just one thing. I have to try to do everything. And there's this fear like, I don't want to be jack of all trade, master of none. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So what makes you special? What makes you different? And then at some point, I just have to caveat out that I want to have my own media corporation agency that is going to incorporate both entertainment, but everything streamlined towards the gospel of Christ.
Okay.
So not like it's restrictive where other activities cannot happen, but I would say focusing more on that, because I don't really want to mix it up with the secular. I want that to make the difference, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
So in that kind of thing, I could, have my own makeup studio, because I actually, I love makeup right from time. In fact, that was how I started YouTube. I was just free girl doing her thing, makeup and all of that. So I want to have that makeup studio. It's a dream. Have a media space where people can, bring out their creativity. I'm very creative, and I love everything that has to do with creativity. And of course, I love communication, entertainment. So to help the gospel to become more interesting, because I think right now, when it comes to the filming in the gospel, when music is thriving more, but when it comes to the filming aspect, I think sometimes it seems as if the Christian, should I say, community, they feel or behave a bit rigid.
Okay.
And the dream is to be one of those people that is going to bring a lot of twist in that plot, if that makes sense, and just make it look more interesting for people to engage in more and see that the things of the gospel, the things that has to do with God, is not boring.
It's not boring.
Do you see what I mean?
Interesting.
So incorporating all of that into one and just having that big corporation, allow me dream. But yeah, that's the dream.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And so for you, is your dream a ministry? Is it a ministry or is it a career?
To be honest, is an incorporation of the two.
Okay.
Because I feel like my journey in life is not ordinary. It's a ministry itself.
Okay.
I know the things or the circumstances that surrounded my birth. And I wouldn't want to say too much, but I know for a fact that if not for God, I would not be alive. So I feel like it's something I owe it to God. He has made me who I am.
Okay.
He has put me on this path or this journey. I would explore with my creative side, bring out all of these things. But I also see it as a ministry. It's something I have to do, whether I like it or not. So that's why I said it's an incorporation of the two, really.
That's very interesting. So is that pastoral
So you know
in nature?
what? Do you
or?
know the funny thing?
Yeah.
Some people, when they see that brand Loli D as itself, they might just be wondering, because this lady is always like this jovial, she's all with her makeup, looking fly, blah, 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 which, as you know, when it comes to like the Christian community and all of that, some people frown at it.
Yeah, they show.
They look at it like, I think it's too much.
Yeah.
I think you should tone it down. You have to look a bit, maybe not with makeup, with your hair to the back. Do you see what I mean? So what makes me
Yeah.
is I can do all of these things without forgetting the God factor.
Okay.
I can be all of these things without, making it look boring, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to really like promote.
You want
So
to
I don't
showcase
see
that.
it like, oh, you're seeing me like, oh, pastor this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But then I want to be able to be free and be that jovial, hey, what's up? Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But we can still love God. We can
Okay.
still do the things of God without making it look like it's punishment or government work.
Awesome.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Amen. You had finished. You've gone through this journey. Law did not work. You went to media school, and what happened after media school? Why didn't you stay back in Nigeria to practice media? And how did you find yourself here?
Big question. Anyway, they say man proposes, God disposes. To be honest,
Who says?
well, people say,
People say, okay.
which does happen because
Okay.
sometimes the way that cement right onto man, the end thereof is destruction. It's only God that knows your journey. Actually, when I came to do my master's, I had my life planned out. Trust me.
Okay, what brought you here at first?
Was just to come and do my master's in the United Kingdom and get back home.
Okay.
To be honest, I felt okay. Once I'm done with that, I can now face my life and everything. But life happened. I got married.
Wow.
But the funny thing,
Yeah.
to be honest, I never thought that I was gonna even meet my partner abroad.
Yeah.
I thought probably maybe when I got to Nigeria,
Yeah.
I'll do everything in Nigeria and I'll live in Nigeria, if that makes sense.
Interesting.
But as God will have it, I had to be here.
Okay.
And because of that, there's something I always say. It doesn't mean Nigeria is totally ruled out of the picture.
Okay.
But then there's something called time and seasons. Do you see what I mean? So because I believe in time and seasons, you go with the flow of what the time and the season is saying, if that makes sense. So at this stage, I'm trying my best within my reach to do as much as I can do. And of course, God knows the future. I'll leave it at that.
So, amen. You finished your master's, you then get married. It wasn't the plan. You had all these things planned out to do in
Nigeria. Actually, yeah.
How did that impact you? I mean, that change, becoming a wife.
It did impact me a lot.
And then perhaps becoming a mother.
A mother,
also.
Exactly, yeah.
So yeah, how has that changed the dynamics of your life?
It has done a lot. I wouldn't say it has changed, but there are some changes, definitely. So I wouldn't say there is a total change because I am who I am. I am still Loli D. It's just that Loli D has gone through a lot. It's just like when they say the diamond you're trying to make is going through fire.
Trying to refine.
Do you see what I mean? You have to go through that stage whether you like it or not. Especially with motherhood, there was this major pause and all of that happened every now and then. And I couldn't be consistent. And you know how it is in the media space. You're not consistent. When you come back, you're starting all over again.
Yeah.
And that has happened to me a couple of times. And I feel the great impact it has made on me is I feel like it has slowed me down. Because I do see some people which I feel we started this media thing together, they've gone far. And sometimes I look like, oh, look at what my mates are doing. And I'm here. But I'm still grateful to God because, I mean, I've achieved something. It's a whole lot. Bringing a child to this world is a whole lot. I mean, and I got married.
Yeah.
Some people don't see marriage as an achievement. Congratulations to them. When they reach your own, don't see it as an achievement.
Yeah.
But I wish you the best, to be honest. I'm happily married and I'm grateful to God that I got married to a man that has God's heart. So, and a man that actually believes in me. Because trust me, I think if I actually got married to someone that does not believe, I was like, God, is this one you're doing? It would have killed me totally because me sucked in with motherhood and everything and those major posts. I would have just been like, after all, the partner self is not supportive.
Yeah.
Let it just die down. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I used to do makeup artistry, like I literally used to do it as a business.
Okay.
I had to stop that as well. And I felt really bad because I had a couple of people that really believed in my creative side.
Yeah.
And what really, like, the highlight of me then was, if I'm going to do your makeup, your eyes are going to be popping and stuff. And, you know, and a lot of things have evolved, even with makeup artistry itself, which I feel have even lost touch.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even take my time, you know, sometimes to really, then I had enough time. Do you see what I mean? So I'll do that artistic drawing on my face and stuff. But now it's rush. So sometimes the liner is not lining. The brows are not browing at all. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So these are the major impacts. But like I said, there are changes. It doesn't mean it has changed who I really am. I still have that consciousness every time. And that's why I say sometimes I see it like a burden inside of me that, see, if you're not doing it, you will not rest. You must do it. And that's why I said I'm still Lolly D. But yeah, awesome. It is what it is.
But I think, would you say that you are at the start of your journey, midway through your journey, or I wouldn't say you're coming to, but in this journey you're on, where are you?
I believe I'm midway.
Midway.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Because it's beginning to highlight the exact where I'm going.
Okay.
So I wouldn't say at the beginning, because in the beginning, I can say I was like everywhere. I wasn't really sure exactly where I was going.
Yeah.
I've always been praying to God, and even up till now, I'm still praying to God for direction and everything. But some things that are unraveling in recent times, like you meeting you just out of the blues telling me, look, I want you on my podcast. I was like, really? I mean, it makes me feel like I'm doing something, like I'm doing something good,
something right,
something right, and at least I'm being seen. Some people might not notice. I mean, in the beginning, I felt like, oh, you're just doing this. People are looking at you. What is this one doing? But yeah, I would say I'm midway, because I'm beginning to get to the part, that's what I'll say, the part I'm actually supposed to go to. And the way it's going, I can see God's backing every now and then. So yes, that's what I was saying.
But, I mean, we are in a very, well, sometimes I tend to look at the United Kingdom as a very unforgiving environment in terms of when you're trying to start, or when you're trying to find yourself, the bills
the bills are billing.
They keep coming, right?
Yeah.
So what have you been doing? I mean, after you finished your master's, did you have a baby? Did you get married and have a baby immediately? How did you get back to the career space?
Yeah.
Are you in the media career space? Yeah, tell us a little bit about that journey, trying to
navigate
the world of work
especially
in the
United Kingdom.
Yeah.
It's a big question. I mean, when I got married, after a year, I had my first.
Wow.
And after close to 2 years after, I had my second. So I have 2 children.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, I have 2 beautiful boys I'm very proud of. When I first had my baby, the first child, for a while I wasn't working. Of course, you know how it is with, apart from before, like the whole childbirth and everything, I was doing my makeup artistry.
Okay, that was your...
It wasn't like full time. Okay. I was doing that by the side. And then I was also going for normal voluntary jobs. I did a couple of jobs that we do, normally door to door. I did a couple of things like that initially.
Door to door marketing.
I've done door to door marketing. Tell me about
what were you marketing?
I've even had dogs chase me at different things. Trust me. So, but then, after that part, and I had my child. I mean, I wasn't working for some time, and then when I finished with all of that, I had to look for a job at some point because, of course, like you said now. So, well, I then got into, like, I was doing a technical customer service job.
Okay.
And I got into, being an advisor technically and all of that.
Yeah.
They kind of believed in me too because of my, communication skills and all of that. I was good in it. Then we did a couple of training. Over time, I have developed myself. I've done a couple of courses. You know how you are in this country, you don't develop yourself, you stay where you are. Literally. So I would say right now, I'm in the communication space.
Okay.
But I'm in the media space by my own making, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So it's a couple of both of them at the moment. So it's a mixture of communication.
Something is keeping the lights on.
Do you see what I mean?
And then we're trying to build an empire.
It's very important, exactly.
Right.
While we are building the empire, we need to be realistic to, put things in place. But that's it.
Interesting. Okay.
Thank you.
You encourage people to trust God. And you profess the word of God, and you also try to encourage people to create. But what does it look like on days when you don't feel like the girl with the vibes and vibe?
I know, the girl with the vibes and vibes, period.
How do you even preach when emotions and everything, being a mom, being a wife, trying to make career work? How do those days look?
Trust me, those days, they come and they go.
Okay.
It's a phase. And when it happens or when it dawns on me that I feel that type of way, I just go on my knees and cry to God. Sometimes I may not even have the words, but God that knows me, that knows my situation, that knows why I'm emotional. And there's something I always say. I always say it to God. I say, God, many a day that rise up against me. Many a day that say of my soul that there is no help for me in God. But thou, O Lord, are a shield for me, the glory and the lifter up of my head. And whenever I say that, I cry. I get emotional because it means a lot to me. And just to interpret that further, I just believe that it's a very wicked world we are. And no matter how much you're pushing and stuff, some people, if you remove your eyes for them, they will never appreciate you. I've been stabbed different ways. I don't want to use the word stabbed, not like with a knife physically, but friends have hurt me. Family has hurt me. Different things have happened in the past to me that has also shaped my experience of how I see life, if that makes sense. So whenever I feel like I'm not feeling so encouraged, look at you that you're encouraging people. If you're feeling like that, how do you want to encourage other people? I just cry to God and I ask God to strengthen me, to give me the words. And for all I know, I may be like that last night. Tomorrow again, I'm all bubbling. There's this word that keeps me going. Cast thy burden onto God and he will give you rest. He said, God, you said I should cast my burden upon you and you will give me rest. Me, I need rest. I'm going to rest now. So I'm casting my burden to you. And once I cast it on him, I feel I have left it there to him. It's now left for me to stop worrying. It's left for me to stop worrying myself about things I cannot change, if that makes sense. So, yeah, that's it for me, really.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you just mentioned that on your journey that you've had, a lot of betrayals and things that happened.
Yeah.
Is there a particular one that you remember that you say this that had a very significant impact and shaped your resolve to be confident and to be who you are today?
There's something I used to say. Things don't really move me anymore. I used to be someone that is... listen, I'm someone that is very caring, very loving. And my husband just say, you're kind of hard. People, they usually puncture it seriously. Unfortunately, sometimes you don't need to be too nice, right? I've noticed that when you're too nice to people, sometimes they think you're an idiot. That they can just toss anywhere, just what I mean. And some people think they can take you for granted, if that makes sense. Trust me, all these things I'm talking about, stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's not heartbreak, honestly. I'm someone that, it's even me that used to say I'm not doing it again. So it wasn't even that.
It's not hard.
It's more about, let's say, maybe female friendships.
Yeah.
Maybe family. Maybe you hearing something about yourself, you know, and you're like, oh, after all I did for this person, you know, that kind of feeling. Like, so this person can say this kind of thing about me. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, but for example, is there one instance that you can pinpoint and say, you know, this person said this about me, and because of that, like,
okay,
yeah,
I mean, I may not be specific because, of course, this video. Maybe person no come visit for that.
There's no camera here. You don't have to mention names, but just
of course,
give us the example.
I'll just give you like a scenario.
Yeah.
So let's just say maybe someone
scenario.
said, yeah.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I don't know if you know much about me, you know that I don't like drama. Okay. Like, I don't like problem. I don't like trouble.
I think my team, when they were looking into you, they confirmed that.
Oh really? Yeah. You see what I mean? Like, I don't like trouble. Okay. Anything that's gonna bring heat, negativity, negative vibes, that's not me. I don't like it at all. I would avoid it as much as possible. That's why I don't wanna cause any wahala here now. Right. But what I just want to say is, I mean, it's just like you should hear something about yourself, okay? And you've been doing something maybe, and you're seeing some reactions, maybe you're seeing some attitude, right? And you feel like you don't deserve it because of your kind of person. Me personally, I'm someone that I used to send monthly messages to people every month, like people close, family, friends, people that are close to me. Like, I do send monthly messages and stuff. How these things have shaped me, because you'll be wondering how that one is entering this discussion. Well, I will tell you how. How it has shaped me is, do you know that when all these things happen, I just feel like, why am I even sending messages to people? People that don't even care about me. Probably some people might think me sending those messages is me, trying to maybe, I don't know, whatever they may be thinking. Or they might think maybe it's like a general post. You know, when you send something general to people. And the funny thing is, I don't even send it like forwarded messages. Individually, for me to send it to you, it means I thought about you. So I'll literally open the chat and send it to you directly, which I've been doing a couple of years. Now, for someone that's doing that, and then I keep on sending messages, and then you just ignore my messages for weeks. You don't say anything, and you deem it fit. Personally, I might feel like it's because I'm not important. I'm not important to you, or maybe I'm not as important. That's why you see it that way. Do you see what I mean? And then my husband will try to tell me, no, life is not like that. Some people may be busy. Some people may not even see it. Do you see what I mean? So because of that, I have learned to give excuses for people over time, which is why I said it's a phase. Even if they hurt me, I still give excuses for people because I don't know what their circumstances, I don't know what they're going through. But if an attitude or characteristics has been happening over time and I feel like I'm being hurt, I might want to slow down a bit if I feel like I'm the one always maybe reaching out or being out there just to make myself not to be hurt, if that makes sense. So that's how I try to make sure that it doesn't, get to me or impact me. But it hasn't changed my personality. I still send those monthly messages. I know how many times I've been discouraged that I'm not sending again. But I still do it, you know. So I wouldn't say it has changed me, but it has definitely shaped my understanding about life and how to deal with people generally.
Awesome. Okay.
I think I gave you assignment there.
No, I think you're being diplomatic about.
I'm still being diplomatic.
But it's fine. But okay. This is a bit more direct now.
Okay.
We all know that, especially here in the UK, sometimes when you have a family and you have kids, for example, and you're trying to chase a dream, sometimes it's not the easiest thing to do.
No, it's not.
So how has that journey been for you?
The truth is, that's where the sacrifice is coming. You know, I said something about what I understand about the whole behind the cost,
The
or
cost
the
of the
cost of the
dream.
dream,
Yeah.
sorry, and how I see it like the behind the scenes.
Mm.
And I liken it to you, Seb. You know this now. Doing all this communication media. Do you know how many times we check the cameras? We adjust the mics, the chairs, the equipment. I mean, a lot happens behind the scenes. So for me personally, what I do is I hardly sleep at night.
Wow.
That's the sacrifice, because that is the time of sanity for me, literally. That is the time when the kids are asleep, everyone is asleep. I can now think, because my whole career has to do with me being creative, has to do with me thinking. Sometimes, in fact, I edit my videos myself. Doing all of that, you know, it's a whole lot of work. That's another job on its own.
It is.
So what I do is I just set a time apart for me at night. I try to do, if today is for editing, I know today is for editing. If today is for me, you know, looking up the video or searching or doing research about it, today is for that. If it's for me filming, sometimes I'll film at night. I've stopped doing that in recent times though, because I cannot come and kill myself. But I used to do that, literally. Well, now I just look for times when I'm free, maybe some weekends or when I'm off, and then I just try to film. But yeah, those are the things that happens behind the scenes. I don't know if I answered the question.
No, but also, yeah, you did. But how about in terms of, because you still have the other career that, in quotes,
Of course,
keeps the light on. So how do you manage kids, husband, that other career?
It's a lot, but
ministry, I think you're involved in ministry a bit.
yeah,
How
I'm
do
in
you
the
manage
choir
all those
as well.
things? Yeah.
I mean,
and we want you to be very practical about
yeah,
it, so that people can relate to it, and people
course.
can learn from how you do it.
There's something I always still say. I don't know if it was Pastor Solomon that said that if you feel you want to be the Messiah that will do everything, you think you can do it, you better don't be the El Shaddai, else you shall die. It's true. So I've noticed that you can't do it all yourself alone. You need help. And please, I'm begging everyone that is watching me, that is listening to me, that is a woman, you will age if you're doing it over and over. I used to be a perfectionist that I feel nobody can do it like me. And I feel, if it's not done, who will do it? I will do it. I will do it. No, you let people do it. It might not be perfect. Let it be. Because I did it and it made me break down at some point. So what I have learned to do now to navigate everything together is get help as much as I can. So, I mean, you need help every now and then in one thing or the other. And also I have a supportive partner, although because we are both working and all of that, and we're also navigating with kids, we also need help. Family does come around as well to help, which I'm really grateful for. I'm so grateful. Shout out to my mom-in-law. She's such amazing. Shout out to my mom and everyone that's helping out with families. Shout out to my father, my dad-in-law. I really appreciate and love you guys. You guys are the real MVP. I mean, that care and support has been there from family as well. And that has also helped me because my mom-in-law, when she comes around and she's around to help as well, even though, of course, I still have to be a parent, I still need to do some things. There are some things she cannot do for me, if that makes sense. But then again, having that help, you cannot underestimate the power of that. That's why I can make up and look good, because if not, sometimes you might not have time. You're gonna work your 9 to 5, you're gonna do your career, you wouldn't sleep, you have children to cater to. How do you want to do it? So yeah, that how I've been able to navigate it is I get help. I have a good support system.
And is this mostly family, or do you
Family,
pay childminders, or
sometimes if need be, we do.
Okay.
Yeah, but then sometimes if family comes around, they also help out. So it's a couple of things.
And man, I'm just a lot of people, you know, especially some people that even got married back home and they come here. I've heard of stories where people meet their partners at the bus stop to exchange their kids.
Oh yeah.
And then they keep on going, right?
Okay.
And then that's just there.
Yeah.
So how does one, keep a happy home? Because you mentioned you have a happy marriage.
Yes.
How does
Grateful
one
to God
have
for that.
a happy marriage in the midst of all these things?
To be honest, you guys, you just have to find yourself where you find yourself in the middle. Do you see what I mean? In my own case, I was lucky. In fact, it's just the grace of God. I was able to get a job where I could work from home.
Oh, okay.
Right? And that really helped. Because you mentioned something about meeting at the bus stop, dropping off and all of that. If that was the case, probably it would have also had a toll on me, some kind of as well. It's not like I don't still do the school run sometimes. My husband does the school run sometimes as well. So I could be the ones dropping the kids. He could be the ones picking them. So we just find a way to navigate through helping each other that way. But with the work from home, it also helps me as a mom as well. To navigate through that part. And I have a very supportive partner as well. I mean, I'm grateful to the kind of husband that I have. Shout out to you, my baby. Ayodeji Habib. That man is a blessing to me. I must say, it would be bad if I don't acknowledge him on this podcast because he has really been helpful to me. I mean, if he was a husband that would be choosy, is a pounded yam and egusi that I want at 12 midnight. How would I do my life? Do you see what I mean? So having a partner that knows that they can go to the kitchen themselves when they need to, that knows that maybe you're a bit ill, you're tired, they can massage your feet and things like that.
Yeah.
That also helps you to keep going as you should, strong. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Has there ever been a time in this journey where you felt like giving up on your dream?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
It's big. It's huge. It was when I broke down. Do you know I told you that there was a point I broke down because at some point I was literally overwhelmed. I had to even leave the choir at some point. I couldn't keep up with doing everything. A lot of people that do not know the story or what is happening behind the scenes might look at you like, is it not 2 kids you have? Although when I say that, my mom-in-law will say, no, it's only people that don't have kids that talk like that. Because people that have kids and know how it is will not judge you like that. So, I mean, during the time I broke down and, it had to do with my health at some point, I just felt like leaving everything. I just felt like, why? It's like I'm just stressing myself too much. You understand what I mean? Like, let me just leave this thing and just even get myself, just be alive first. Just what I mean. I wouldn't say I wanted to give up totally, but I knew that I needed time to leave everything first. Because it's the person that is alive that can do podcasts. It's the person that is alive that can build empire, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that was the point that it was really the breaking point for me where I just thank God that I'm alive. I broke down so bad. And I lost a lot of weight. I used to be, I don't know if your media team saw me when in maybe like 2017, 18, 19, 20. And I think even up to 2021, I was still like that very chubby, you understand? But well, may life not happen to us. That's all I'll say. But yeah, I haven't given up. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Pulling strong. And that's just God's backing, really.
Just back from our break. And it probably is a good time to talk about the sponsor of today's episode. And the sponsor of today's episode is called Yev. So Yev is an event management platform. It's a platform that I've used for years, actually.
Shout out to Yev for getting me this wedding gig. It was a lot of fun. It's my first ever Nigerian wedding. I had a lot of good time, good food. And yeah, thank you, Yev. Shout out.
Hey, just a quick shout out to Yev. They're amazing. I just did an amazing wedding just right now. The band were on point, singers were on point. Wow. Make sure you book them, make sure you use them. If you need them for any of your corporate services, weddings, funerals and anything, they're amazing. So make sure you book them. Thank you so much.
Hello guys, you know what it is. It's MC Victory, how you doing? Listen, we're here to celebrate a beautiful couple. Shout out to Yev, the app. Listen, it's through them I got this booking, so you better sign up to Yev. Yev, I said it, yes, Yev.
It's a place whereby if you have an event, let's say a birthday party or anything like that, you can just go on it and basically you find the vendors that you need. So you can.
That's a very good one.
Yeah, DJs, anything you need for an event, you can find it on Yev. So Yev is the sponsor of today's episode.
Thank you, Yev.
Yeah. So
Yep.
before we went on a break,
Yeah.
you had just told us a story of, a time that you broke down. And obviously in the midst of chasing your dream. I have a picture of what that looked like for me. Because I was running my business and I was moving at 300 miles per hour. Just
I can imagine.
And one time I got some typical business bills that come in, but two bills came that in 1 week, almost £40,000 at the time.
Oh wow.
And when I went to the hospital to describe what was happening to me, they said it was something called angina.
Never heard of that.
Yeah. And they said it was the early stages
Oh wow.
of cardiac arrest.
Oh my God.
So that hit me in a very big way and med me just stop. It was just like I had to hit pause.
or the red button.
And every other thing,
Just had to
everything could stop. Everything just stopped. Now that cost me a lot. Cost me businesses. Cost me a lot. But that was a season I just knew that things could not continue the way they had been going.
You know what you just mentioned made me remember my own bit. It actually cost me one very big project that I would have had money from.
So tell us what breaking down looked like for you.
It wasn't a good one. It wasn't a good one because I felt like I had lost myself. Physically, strength-wise, everything. I couldn't really think as creative as I would normally as the real Lolly D. Everything just seemed rusty. Do you see what I mean? And I hate to use this word, but it was almost like I was gasping for breath in the midst of doing all what I was doing. And then at that point, I knew that I have to choose one. It's either I want to continue doing this till I drop down, finally, or I take a break, get myself and do something and not run on an empty cup, if that makes sense. Because everything changed, even to my skin color.
Wow.
Yeah. I lost drastic weight. I'm sure some people would have been looking at me like, what happened to you?
So it impacted your health.
It impacted my health. Because I was literally it was like I was working 24/7. Apart from me doing my 9 to 5, being a wife, being a mother, doing the normal things I would do. Then at night again, maybe I'll finish filming even in the midst of that day. Then I'll start editing. I may not sleep throughout the night. And then I have to wake up early again and do school runs. And then, do you see, it was like I wasn't just having enough sleep, first of all, to start with. And honestly, I must say to everyone, honestly, work hard, work hard, work hard. You need, the day your body will ask you. So that was it for me. It impacted my health, my looks. I became, I started looking different. And in the media space, let's say it as it is, beauty sells.
Yeah.
And I've always been that, fine, chubby, beautiful lady that Then you now come and start seeing me looking lean. You wondering, hope you never get it. And people that are caring, they will reach out. Some people even in church, it's not as if, they mean it in a bad way, which is what I mean. But some people, the way they will even look at you, you feel like the ground should open. Like you just enter, like what? I started being even shy to come out because I would just be wondering how people were seeing me. I was not looking good, literally. So it impacted me a lot, and I just knew that I needed to get myself. Yeah.
How did you recover from that season?
How did I recover? Big question. Apart from taking medications as I should and all of that, I got more help.
Okay.
And then, of course, because I wasn't then doing all the things I had engaged myself in, I had enough time to then sleep the sleep I wasn't sleeping, if that makes sense. I took some leave as well from work at some point, and I just needed to really rest, eat, sleep, just get myself and just forget about everything else, if that makes sense. That helped me to recover faster. And of course, I cannot remove the God factor. It was just God that helped me. And here I am. So, yeah.
Okay. I want to travel a bit back.
Okay.
Take us back to your childhood.
Okay.
What did that look like, and how would you say that has impacted who you are today?
My childhood was quite interesting. Shout out to my parents. They did an amazing job. My dad, he's very adventurous.
Okay.
So talk about things like going out, play lawn tennis, swimming. He did a good, fantastic job with that. I remember then I used to swim so well. Now I'm even afraid of trying it without floater. I mean, he was really good. And then we traveled a lot. So we had that exposure from a young age, that helped us.
Where did you grow up?
In Nigeria. Oh, yeah, right. Good question. So initially, I was born in Lagos, Nigeria. And then at some point, my dad's job took us to Port Harcourt, River State, which was where I literally grew up finally to become a big woman before I traveled. So, I mean, that again, in Lagos, we was living close to my cousins. And it was really much fun. Like, their house was literally opposite ours,
Yeah.
So we'll go, we'll play and all that, have fun together, go out together. So when I moved to Port Harcourt, which is River State, first things first, my dad always believed that, now, from a, like, should I say, the western part of things or side of the place we're coming from, Lagos, and then moving to a place that they would usually say is the Igbos, that dominate that area. He wasn't he wasn't really sure if that was the best environment for us. But as at the time, I'm so grateful to God my mom allowed us to just go ahead and move and stay with him because it helped us.
Yeah.
I mean, rather than us being in separate places, if that makes sense. So I watched that togetherness. I saw the love and affection between my parents. I saw how my mom respected my dad, how my mom would go all out for him, how he could be vulnerable around her, how, how they play literally, and with children, they make jokes, with each other, and we children would just be laughing. I'll be like, you guys, you're clowns. Another thing is, so that also shaped or helped me, you know, even in my own like marital life, how I grew up. My parents taught us to, even though we had a lot of, you know, helpers in the house, let's say from house helps to, you know, security men, even at some point bodyguards and whatever.
Wow.
Yes. Despite all of that, one thing my parents taught us to do was, first of all, never to look down on anyone. We treated everyone equal. Whatever we was eating, we also give them the eat. When it's time for celebrations as well, we go give them as well. So we had a very good relationship even with staffs. And also my parents, like my dad, I remember he would usually say, I would not buy a washing machine. Nope. You're going to wash it with your hands. My mom would say, yeah, carry the clothes. Go to the back of the house, then with the tap, we wash with our hands. I knew how to do that. So it has shaped me because, first of all, it has helped me not to be a lazy person. It has helped me to adapt. Look, trust me, any situation I find myself, I can adapt because of that. So I'm not pepperless. Oh, I can do this, I can touch that. No. Take me anywhere, I will adapt quickly or easily. Another thing is, in the way they like brought us up when it comes to knowing God and the things of God, you know, it wasn't just about going to church, but it was about even also in the house having, you know, that's praying in the morning, holding hands, sharing the word of God, things like that. Also shaped how I see life and how I see God and why I take the things of God the way I do. Then another thing they did was, my parents did not give us too much liberty when it comes to exposure. It was as if they were trying to protect us from something outside. When I was younger, trust me, at some point when I got to university, it was beginning to irritate me at some point. I cannot lie. Because I felt like I'm an adult. Why so much caging? I need to go out. I need to. But one thing I'm grateful for is they didn't overdo it. So, you know how some parents, even university, if possible, they want you to still be in their house. You will go from their house to your school and you must not go anywhere else. Come back straight to the house. No, my parents did not do that. They allowed us, when we were in university, we were there to see life, how life was. So it was it was like, I've groomed you up to a stage. Now it's time for you to go out and see how the world is. Learn on your own. You know, that kind of thing. I have taught you to be this. Remember the child of who you are. You know, that kind of thing. Even when we did our masters, because I came with I have my immediate younger sister. So it was both of us, we came to do our masters at the same time. I mean, both of us, we had our own, like, we were in an apartment that we shared together. It was just me and her there. Do you understand? So we were free. That moment, I can say we could do anything we wanted to do. But because, honestly, we now saw freedom to do. Do you see what I mean? But we did not do the wrong thing because of what has already been instilled in us. So I can say the training, the way they brought us up, the love that was shown, the affection, how to also, like, respect people, how to, like, include people, not to be selfish, you know, all of those things. I'm seeing it playing out in me right now, and I know it's not a mere coincidence or something. It has really shaped who I am, and I'm really grateful to them for that as well.
Awesome. I mean, I was speaking to someone this week, and he said something. He said that rich people don't come to the UK, except maybe to study or, but they, but and what I'm trying to understand from the background you've just given us, you had a fairly, you know, very good life. I mean,
comfortable life,
bodyguards and whatnot, and security men and helps and.
Tell me about it.
In Nigeria, right?
In Nigeria, of course, not abroad.
You had plenty. You know, you had plenty
of help.
Oh,
hey.
You had plenty of help.
No, I'm not saying like plenty, but we was very comfortable. I came from let me say, my parents gave us a good life.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's it.
You just said you came to university at the same time with your sister. We know what the student foreign student loan bills
know,
are. We
I
know what
know.
the fees are like.
Exactly, I know.
So for you to have come from such
dear.
a background, how did you even adapt to the UK, or were you always running back home to get daddy's help?
No, we were not always running back home to get help, and that's where I said how we were brought up. See, even with the house help, when my mom goes to the market, I'm like, and probably sometimes we go to the market with her, or maybe she just branched from the market and she bought like loads of foodstuffs and it's in bulk and stuff, and it's time to like put it together and stuff. She would call us, all of us except her. She won't be there in the kitchen with us. We will all do both the sorting out and the cooking together. So even the house helps know that they cannot do shakara for us. They cannot say, I'm not feeling well, maybe because of that you will not eat today. Nothing like that. If they decided to misbehave, they are the ones that will lose their job. Nothing will happen because we would be like available to do the things. That's how much we were trained and equipped. And I think because of that, it has helped me and my sisters as well, that even when we were here, when we find ourselves in a situation where we need to be independent, we just brace up for it. If there's help, oh well and good. If there's no help, we brace up for it and we do the work.
And having grown up in such an environment, like where there was at least the support, right? Would you say that was part of the reasons why? Would you say the UK became more difficult trying to live and mix all those things without the help?
I wouldn't say it's because of that.
Okay.
But it's a reality. In the sense that it's the reality here.
Yeah.
And you cannot run away from it. So, for all I know, if I was in Nigeria, I know for a fact. Not like I will leave it to the help, but I don't used to see help and run now. Do you see help and run? Do you see what I mean? Yeah. So if there was help, well and good. I would allow it happen. At least I cannot be, when there's help, why not? But then when I found myself in a country like this where, finding help and all is not that easy and like the way we see it in Nigeria. Affordable. Yeah, not as affordable. I mean, I had to learn to do some things myself. One thing I noticed in this country will teach you DIY. You will be the carpenter, you will be the gatesman, you will be the house girl, everything at the same time. The things I never knew I could fix. Even if I was in Nigeria, I would have given someone that would fix it, then we'll pay the person money. I can fix it now. So honestly, it's not a bad thing. I love it because it has made me stronger. It has made me like realize that I can do a lot of things that I would have thought I couldn't do. So no, it's not because of that, but it is just the reality. To be honest.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's have an imagination scenario now.
Okay.
When you think of the full picture of Lola D, and you think about the vision.
Yeah.
With no time or money limits, what does it look like, and what kind of woman do you need to be or become to hold that future? A future where there are no limits.
Yes.
And you can maximize, you can become. What does that look like? And who do you need to become?
It's a beautiful picture. Very beautiful picture. Honestly, I'm seeing it like in front of me like this. Like, it's so beautiful.
Describe it.
It's amazing. I don't even know how to describe it, to be honest. But I know for a fact that one of the characteristics that I must have is to overlook a lot of things. I mustn't take into detail too much of people's behavior towards things or towards me. Because when you attain that kind of height, whether you like it or not, knowingly or unknowingly, you might step on some toes. And people will misinterpret you a lot. And if you're someone that things just easily gets to you, are you going to be a whole big madam, be crying every time? No, you won't. Or you'll be feeling bad or make it lose who you are? No. So that kind of woman at that time will be a stronger Lolly, someone more firm, someone that knows what she wants, someone, that would also like make people see things the way she sees things, get into the, bigger picture of beginning to understand that you can be all these things and not lose yourself and not lose your soul and not remove the God factor and still make it interesting at the same time, if that makes sense.
But I mean, is this mansions or what car are
Yes,
you driving?
mansions. Oh my God. Well, yeah, mansions is definitely in the picture.
What's your guilty pleasure? What are the things that you would go to? Like, for me, for example.
Okay. I know that first.
Okay,
You just have to
for me,
think
one of my, I mean, there was a friend of mine who bought a Rolls Royce Phantom.
Oh wow.
As soon as I got in that
The
car,
memo.
I was like, I got into the car. I was like,
What?
this can be, this is a good place to be.
I know.
There were stars on the roof.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, is this a car or what?
It's a
So I
machine.
think one of my guilty pleasures should I
know?
have no time or money limits.
Just get yourself
Might
something
be
like that.
a Rolls Royce Phantom.
I know, right?
But that's just by the way. But yeah, what does just describe to me some of those guilty pleasures you might have?
Yes, honestly, I have a flair for interior decoration.
Okay.
So I know in one side of me that is something that never say never. You just don't know. Maybe it might happen. I might venture into it in future. I don't know. But I know I'm someone that likes to decorate a space, make it look really good. So one thing for sure, a big, good mansion, fully furnished, well decorated and stuff, made of all those golds and diamonds and glitters and stuff. Oh, yes,
Yeah.
good. But one of the things that I've always prayed to God to do is if I get to that, in fact, when I get to that part, that I'm able to touch lives. There are a lot of people that are suffering. Trust me, there are a lot of people that if they even have the opportunity to just have like 3 square meal, they will be okay. So the bigger picture again is working with foundations, really. I might not have my own foundation, but working with foundations, being like one of their big sponsors, you see what I mean? And helping to reach out to people that are, helpless and, making a more comfortable life for them. Now, it might not be like a big mansion, but I think there's this whole idea, I don't know if it's only me that is thinking it, but I feel, when some people are doing things like maybe foundation or they are helping people, they may just do something, I don't know, I don't want to use the word small, but maybe shabby. You see what I mean? Like, not really putting so much details. Like you said, the guilty pleasure of no limits. Like, the money is there, and no limit at all. No. I would like a very good place that looks really good and enticing, so that a place that when people will enter, they'll look like, oh, wow. Like, as if they themselves are also, like, living the life. Do you see what I mean? And get them really comfortable.
And
just
this place is for
like foundation, like those people, that are maybe homeless, maybe widows, maybe children that don't have, like, are fatherless, motherless, like what a proper, like, motherless fatherless orphanage. Thank you. Should look like. To me, I feel in recent times, maybe in Nigeria, or some people, they just make it shabby. So, like, investing into those kind of things and making it more comfortable makes humanity, just having that, making them feel like, oh yeah, they don't have a husband anymore, or they don't have a father or mother anymore, but they can ascertain the great heights, be it like living well, eating well, having
Helping
good
people believe
education,
in
and
themselves.
helping people believe in themselves, because I feel that's what I'm all about. Even my brand, I want to encourage people at the same time that life can be better, really.
Interesting.
So yeah.
And when you imagine this ideal future, where do you see yourself? Is that abroad, or is that back home?
To be honest,
where
be
would
honest,
you prefer?
If you asked me this question in 2017, I would say Nigeria.
Okay.
But right now, if you ask me, I would say I'm seeing it like a navigation of both worlds.
Okay.
In fact, it might even be having its branches all over the world. Why not? Where we breathe in, breathe out. So honestly, I don't see it like just one place.
Yeah.
I'm not rigid anymore. I'm getting a flexible twist of things when it comes to how much reach you can get. I just say, let God's will be done at the end of the day. So yeah.
Okay. But I mean, still on that, do you prefer back home or do you prefer it abroad?
Honestly, with the things happening now, hey God, I beg. All right. I know some people look at me like this girl. As I'm speaking pidgin, I'm saying, this is me. I'm a very free
That's
person.
right. Yeah.
I can get back to character and I'm not going out of character, but I can speak pidgin once in a while. Anyway, what I'm just trying to say is, to be honest, a lot of things is happening back home in Nigeria that is really disheartening. And one of the things that I do not pray to do is not to follow God's leading and use my hand and do myself. You know, you said something, may Nigeria not happen to us. It's sad that such a prayer point can come up in this time. But there's a lot happening that people are not praying to even... The people that are staying there are human beings. Do you see what I mean? For all I know, I still have my parents in Nigeria, people, loved ones in Nigeria. So never say never. But I cannot pick and say, I prefer at this stage, like I mentioned.
And why is that?
I still have some things to do here, as well as I know that I will still have some things to do in Nigeria. And that's why I said it looks more like a twist of navigating both worlds.
Navigating both worlds. Okay.
At least for now. That's what I see. Yeah.
Okay. We'll soon be coming to...
I've had a lot of fun. It's been really interesting.
Yeah. But before we finish,
Okay.
there is a woman
Okay.
or a girl listening to you right now. You know, they are navigating life, 9 to 5, very busy schedules. The dream might be dying or feels too expensive. They might be at that point in time whereby they might have just broken down. What would you say to that sort of person?
If you're watching me right now, which I know you are, first of all, I want you to know that your dream is valid. I want you to know that everything that is happening to you is not a coincidence. Some of these things will happen to shaping who you will become. So it depends on how you see things, and it's going to determine how far you would go. Your mentality about life, your mentality about your current situation, and how much you're also listening to what God is telling you at every point in time of your life. Because God is there to always guide. Now, what you have gone through, you will not be the first to go through. You will not even be the last to go through it. It might have broken you so much that you feel like giving up at this time. But one of the things I always tell people that I have opportunity to say is, know who you are. It would help. Because I knew who I was, or because I know who I am, you can't tell me nothing. In fact, people may have said anything they think they want to say. Oh, maybe some people, like the way I'm talking now, that sometimes I switch to pidgin, some people will be like, this one is too ras. Why can't she just be, espresso story? Because I just came back from, that's not me. I'm real. So this is me, right? So I would not be someone else to make the world happy. Do you see what I mean? Because sometimes you would be someone else to make the world happy, but the world will not get the purpose which God has created you for. And you will never be at peace when you do not fulfill that purpose. So know who you are. Believe in yourself. Never give up on yourself. Know that the things you're going through is a phase. It will pass. See it like a test that you're going to go through, and before you get to the part, you become who you're actually meant to be. And never forget God, because we live in a wicked world. We live in a very wicked world, and you need God's direction so that you will not be, comfortable keeping the enemies closer and keeping people that should actually be close to you, like you are now being far away from them. I always say you cannot underestimate the power of community. You need people. You need people to help you. So if you feel like at some point you're breaking down, don't see it like, oh, I'm breaking down, maybe I cannot do it. No. Have you done research? Have you asked people that have been into it, that have been doing it? How do you people do it? I don't understand. It's how you people do it. Please, can you guide me through? Have you reached out to people? Have you, developed yourself? Have you done courses to even, because, okay, let me give you an example. You say you're a makeup artist, yeah? You're not conversant with the new style of makeup. What are you going to be drawing on people's faces? The olden days makeup. Do you see what I mean? Then you say you don't have clients. Oh, maybe it's people from my village, my village people. No, it's not. You have not done your own part, your assignment. I talked about sacrifices. See, sometimes your back will ache because you want to achieve something. Go and ask the people that have made money, that have made a name, that they are like big like that. They had times they were not sleeping. That's the cost of the dream. So do not be discouraged. Put in your own efforts. And always also do not forget the God factor. Know who you are. Stay confident. And your dreams are valid. It will happen.
Awesome.
Thank you.
So if some people, I believe, after listening to us would want to connect with you, connect with your content.
Connect with me, please.
How can they find you? And where can they find you?
Oh my God. Okay, well, apart from the fact that they can find me through you, at least you have my contact. Yeah. On Instagram, I recently changed it to @Lola Habib. You can find me there. Yeah. I'm not really a Facebook fan, sorry. Even TikTok, I'm struggling. I'm not really. But on YouTube, my YouTube channel is Lolidi, and you could also hit me there as well.
Yeah, awesome. And we would collaborate on this particular episode, so you can see her details.
You can watch it on my channel as well.
Yeah, on the descriptions as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. I think we've come to the end of this episode.
Thank you.
And please, if, like I said, if experience is your best teacher, do not watch this episode because you want to experience life for yourself. But if you are like me, pay very close attention to the things that are being said here so that you don't experience these things for yourself. We'll see you on the next one. I remain your host, Mobu, and this is the cost of the dream. See you on the next one.